boy. You guys being good. You guys being good. All right. It's Monday, December 8th, 2025. Thanks for joining me this evening. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to get right into this video. You know, we're hearing a lot of talk about the record-breaking retail sales over Black Friday and the holiday shopping season. And to me, there's one winner out of all this. There's going to be one winner for the holiday record shopping season, and it's going to be the banks. That's who the big winner is here, the banks. The loser is the consumer, because the consumer has to borrow more money to buy less. And they have to borrow more money to buy garbage made in China. And they're going to borrow more money to buy less, to make buy stuff made in China to give to people who probably aren't even that grateful, who will forget about it in a week. And the people that buy this stuff, the consumer, is going to be deeper and deeper into debt. Think about the average credit card APR right now, what, about 27%, 25%? And you have a majority of people out there right now shopping, and they're putting it on credit cards. Just reading some of the data, some of the numbers today, some of the statistics. 84% of people who shopped over Black Friday used a credit card. And typically, yes, of course, people buy online and a lot of people are shopping, I get it, but typically that number is anywhere from 40 to 70%. Here it's 84% plus 11% using buy now, pay later. So it's 95% of people using plastic to buy gifts, when normally it's about 40 to 70% on any given day. And yet people will write me, somebody wrote yesterday saying that, oh, I'm telling people they should buy gold and silver. I would much rather see people buying gold and silver, real asset, versus buying this garbage made in China and using their credit cards, going deeper into debt and buying the stuff for people who are going to forget about this stuff. You are just basically getting sucked into the corporate holiday we can now call Christmas. China's going to get richer and the banks get richer thanks to the broke consumer, the tapped out consumer who needs a buy now, pay later card or a credit card now to go buy Christmas gifts. And a majority of people, I believe it was 67%, said they will not pay the balance off at the end of the 30 days. So nearly 70% of people are admitting that they're not going to pay the balance off when the bill comes due. When will they pay it off? 6 months from now, a year from now, will they ever pay it off? Many of these people will never pay it off. Many of these people are going to land up bankrupt, and people will say, oh, that's the American way, you just file bankruptcy. I think it's going to be a lot different this time. My advice to all of you today would not be to go bankrupt or file bankruptcy during this period in time. Would be the worst possible time now to be going bankrupt, to be having a lot of debt, to be living off credit cards and buy now, pay laters. This is the worst possible time. Having your credit decimated at this time right now, bad move, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts. King World News, Egan Von Greers. This man's prediction for the world are absolutely terrifying, ladies and gentlemen. Egan Von Greers, one of the smartest guys out there when it comes to precious metals. He says the world is now at one of the most critical crossroads ever in history. Not just America, but the world. And I believe that wholeheartedly, 100%. We are seeing things now that we never thought we would ever see. And we are seeing major cracks in the dam. The debt's not getting paid down. It can never get paid down. And this is why we're going to see a massive wealth transfer and a massive reset with our financial systems. It's clear the elite are working hard on a globalist agenda to assume control of the world. If they achieve what they set out, life on Earth will be extremely unpleasant, to say the least. Egan Von Greer says that they may not be able to do this because things may collapse before they're able to do this. And this collapse could change the outcome here. This is what he says potentially is going to happen. Total collapse of the financial system. I think that is pretty much guaranteed at this point. Mass money printing, which is going to create hyperinflation. This is going to help implode the system. He says currently global debt and liabilities are at least $2 quadrillion. $2 quadrillion. As debt implodes, so will bubble assets financed by debt, stocks, bonds, and real estate. Be careful where you're putting your money, ladies and gentlemen. I talked to a friend of mine the other day, and he sold his house a couple years ago and put a large chunk of his profit into the stock market. And I said, please be careful. This thing is getting very, very frothy. It is overheating. And at some point when an engine gets hot enough, it blows up. And I don't think you really need much more than a C- education to realize that this market has been overheating for quite a while, and it's long overdue to blow up. And when it does, the parts, the pieces are going to be everywhere. We are now in a lose-lose situation, now a question of the least painful outcome. Even the elites won't be able to control things when the collapse takes place. It's going to be too big for the state to control, any individuals, any of these elite individuals to control, any military control. It's going to be just too big. It's going to turn the world upside down. And that's very, very possible. He has a very, very good point here. We need a global fire to burn down the current system to the ground. What are your thoughts on that? Yes, I do believe that we need, I've said this many times, we need a collapse. We need a collapse to reset things. And how it resets, I have no idea. What's the currency going to be? Have no idea. But I do believe gold and silver will be critical in the reset, and the money, whatever the money is, whether it's some digital money, whether it's the dollar, whether it's a stable coin, whether it's a new fiat currency, I have no idea. And people who say that they do, they really don't have any idea either. There's a lot of moving parts here. This thing could go many different ways. We don't know, and we could see different outcomes. But we do know this. The economies across the globe are collapsing right now. They will implode. Currencies are collapsing. The US dollar also in very, very big trouble. And we do know gold and silver have a 5,000-year history, and they're going to be here long after the dust settles. You can believe nothing is bad, ladies and gentlemen. You can believe nothing's going to happen, or you can prepare. There are two types of people in this world: prepared and unprepared, losers and winners. I hope you pick the right side, because big changes are coming to the world that are going to affect America, and changes here in America are going to affect the world. So be prepared for changes, and be prepared for very, very tough times. We're going to see things that we never thought humanly possible take place here, and it's going to affect you, your kids, your grandchildren, your entire family. And the people who have no preparations, no money, no gold, no silver, no security, no food, no water, no skills, no tactics, big trouble, big trouble. And these were the people laughing a couple years ago, but they're not laughing so much now. I don't, see too many people laughing about this because now these people realize they're in big trouble because they took too much time laughing instead of preparing. Retail job cuts up nearly 140% from last year. November in retail, we saw 92,000 job cuts. We saw 91,954 job cuts across all sectors in November. These are huge, huge numbers. Let me ask all of you this. Who really cares about what's going to happen Wednesday? The Fed's going to come out, and look, I don't have a crystal ball, but I think we can all agree that we're going to get a 25 basis point rate cut on Wednesday. Is that going to change your life? Is that going to lower your credit card APR? Is that going to lower a 30-year mortgage rate or the interest on buying a new or used car? Barely. Probably $10. It's not going to do much. It's going to be great for Wall Street. Not going to really do anything for you, but they're going to sell you on Wednesday that isn't this wonderful news. This is great. Money's gotten a little cheaper, but you're really not going to save anything. And we don't even know what the 10-year is going to do as it's creeping up again. We could see mortgage rates go up. So keep an eye on that. It's going to be interesting how they sell it, but it's really going to have no positive effect on the consumer. It will help Wall Street, though, of course. And of course, they're going to push it as great news, going to push the markets up. They want you to go out and shop in December. Of course, they're going to cut rates. It's right before Christmas, and they're going to put all this positive news out there that this is wonderful for the economy. Money's getting cheaper. This is going to help businesses. So go out and spend. Worry about it in 2026. Home sellers, CNBC, giving up at unusually high rate, says Realtor report. People over the last couple years telling me that real estate was never going to go down. It would never crash. It will never implode. Oh, Las Vegas is immune from all this. Nothing to worry about in Las Vegas. These people, all wrong yet again. The same people that said we shouldn't have been buying gold and silver, the same people that said, oh, real estate's going to be wonderful. You should buy a house. Yeah, buy a house if you can afford it, and buy a house if it's a good deal. Most houses out there right now in the market are overpriced and not a good deal. On top of that, mortgage rates are twice or three times what they were back in 2019. So we have homes that have literally gone up twice in price, and mortgage rates are up about 2.5 times what they were back then. So something has to give. Either mortgage rates come down or home prices come down. And I don't think mortgage rates are coming down to 3% or sub 3%. So if people want to sell a home, they're going to have to get real. It's bad, unfortunately, for the people that bought a home in the last 2 or 3 years, because more than likely you overpaid and there's no way you could sell your house right now unless you came to the closing with a big check. Home delistings up 45.4% year to date. That is a home that was on the market. The owner said, you know what, it's not selling, pull it off the market. Up 38% from October of 2024. 15% of contracts in October canceled. It's a big number. It's a really big number. I think that was around 58,000 homes that canceled. San Antonio, Texas saw 21% of escrows cancel in October. Fort Lauderdale saw 20%. Fort Worth, Texas saw 19.2%. And of course, Vegas, where nothing bad was ever going to happen, only saw 19.2% of homes under contract cancel. Those realtors who used to write me all the time disappeared. I wonder what happened. I guess they're probably back to bartending or working at the hair salon or doing nails, or God knows what they're doing to survive right now. But what do we have? 74% of agents this year have not done a deal. 74% of real estate agents, last I checked, have not done a deal. Not one transaction this year. I'm sorry, don't believe these real estate agents. There's some good ones, but a majority have to sell you a house to survive, and they will tell you anything, feed you anything. It's always a great time to buy a house. It's never a bad time to buy a house. These people will have you buy a house at any time. It's always a good time in their book. Be careful who you listen to, ladies and gentlemen. Be very, very careful. But let me know your thoughts on all this as we are nearing Christmas. Are you out there shopping? Are you going to spend more than you did last year? Are you going to put it on a credit card? Are you going to use buy now, pay later? How many people, I think last time I checked, 50% of people who went Christmas shopping last year still have not paid off their credit card as of today, 50%. And here we have people going out there and spending and spending and spending. It's an addiction. No doubt. People love to go on the computer, order stuff on Amazon, have it delivered to the house. Still, many people like to go out and shop at the retailers and the malls. And if you cannot, in my opinion, my humble opinion, if you cannot pay this off by the end of the month, if you cannot pay cash for these presents, do not buy them. It is not worth it, ladies and gentlemen. It is not worth it. People are ignoring these warnings, and they are snubbing their nose right in the face of an oncoming Great Depression, just thinking that they'll worry about it later. Somehow it'll just work out. They'll just pay the bare minimum on the credit cards. These people are going to get what they deserve. They really are. I hate to say it. but they're going to get what they deserve. People cannot control themselves. They want to continue doom spending. They cannot admit what is taking place. They cannot accept that they're falling out of the middle class, and it's unfortunate. But by you continuing to spend and buy more gifts and run up your credit cards, that does not make you middle class. That does not keep you in the middle class. You need to be protecting yourself so that you're not sleeping in your car in 2026, so that you're not on the streets in 2026. People aren't laughing about this anymore because it's really happening. Be careful out there. Thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. There's a lot of people out there you could be watching, spending that 15, 20 minutes with. I thank you from the bottom of my heart that you take 15, 20 minutes out of your day to watch my videos and spend some time with me. It means a lot. Comment down below on the Christmas season, the Christmas spending. What are your thoughts? Are you spending? Do you know people that are just going absolutely crazy with this? It's amazing the psyche of people and how people just lose their minds when it comes to Christmas and that they have to spend. God bless. Have a wonderful evening. Talk to all of you soon.